I'm Warren Spector. I was the project director and producer of Deus Ex.
Hi, I'm Sheldon Pacotti. I wrote most of the dialogue for Deus Ex.
And I'm Norden. I'm the lead programmer and assistant director for Deus Ex. We're going to try to remember how to play, and hopefully I won't die too much.
It's been 14 years since I played Deus Ex. I hope I remember as much as the fans do.
All right, so what skills do we want to start with?
Yeah, right at the start, you can select your own skills, so it'll determine whether you're going to be a fighter or a sneaker.
What do we want to be?
You want to be a fighter.
I usually want to be a fighter.
It looked pretty dangerous in front of the statue a while ago.
So let's upgrade your weapon skill, I think, because pistol is good.
The funny thing is, there was talk about cutting the pistol. I remember half the team wanted to cut the pistol because it was so useless, and it was my favorite weapon.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well,
it's not bad.
It was kind of weak, but it forced you to be clever. You had to use it with explosive barrels and just get really clever with it. It wasn't really high powered, which I thought was a lot of fun. Yeah. You know.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week.
One of my favorite lines in the game, right there. Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized in the week.
I still think these cinematics hold up really well. If you disregard the texture, low-res textures and everything, I still think like the camera cuts and the panning and everything is really nice.
I think we can do a little better on character modeling these days, though.
A little low poly there.
This is all Chris Todd's creation.
Yeah, we actually had 3 writers. You were there for the whole thing, but we brought in some contract writers. Chris Todd, Austin Grossman.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world.
We set up a lot of stuff in this intro.
Yeah, this intro was pretty complex.
Yeah.
And I think it's real time, isn't it?
Everything in the game is real time. We didn't pre-render anything. Yeah. Partially because it would have taken a lot of CD space and we were already maxed out on the CD.
It set up the whole business with the disease that was being foisted on the world. It set up ambrosia, the whole antidote to it. It set up that there was stuff happening in Paris and around the world.
And most people these days people skip gaming intros a lot, and it always makes me sad when I see people playing their own music over the game and not actually using the music, or they just skip through this stuff. Yeah. Because this is important to the story.
As much as cinematics are maligned, I think it's the one chance where you can step out of that linear space the player's in. It's just linear time and linear space, and just look at the world around.
Right.
So this cinematic does a good job of showing the whole world and the future that you're going to see.
Yeah, we set up all the AI stuff in here.
Yeah. And the lip syncing is something I'm like super proud of, because we had real-time lip syncing. First game ever, I think, and we didn't pre-do any of it. It's all actually doing analysis on the waveform as it's being played, and it's extracting the phonemes, and it's actually trying to match the lip shapes in real time. And part of the reason is because we didn't want to have to lip sync for all the languages with the tens of thousands of lines of dialogue. Yeah. I think it worked pretty well.
Yeah. So the thing is, you start out right here on the first map, and there are already choices you can make. You can decide to go down in the water. There are things hidden there. And once you get up onto the island proper, you can go anywhere. The whole thing about this game is a lot of people think it's all this interactive story stuff, and it mostly is, but the actual plot is completely linear, right? I mean, everybody's going to solve the same problems, but within each part of the plot, you can do whatever you want. That's the cool thing. Like everybody's going to go deal with the terrorists at the top of the Statue of Liberty, but whether you go up there first or you go to UNATCO headquarters first, it doesn't matter. It's like a little sandbox you can play in. And explore any way you want. So this is an actor, Jay Frankie, talking to himself. He did both J.C. Denton and Paul Denton. I felt so bad for that guy because we had to tell him, no emotion.
Yeah.
Don't show any emotion in your dialogue, because we didn't know how the player was going to feel. We didn't know what the player was going to be experiencing. So we had to do a complete monotone like this for the entire game. It was really kind of sad for an actor.
Of regular voice direction.
Exactly.
I think that's why JC seems kind of callous sometimes, because we never knew if the player would want to do a mission. So, you know, somebody asks if he'll save their cats or something, and he always says something like, "I'll think about it," or "Thanks," you know.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Gep gun because those robots are not fun.
That's what you
Yep.
Give me the Gep gun. Wow.
But you could decide to be totally pacifistic here.
Yep.
And, you know, you could decide you don't want to kill anybody. You
Yep.
can decide you're going to be a stone cold killer like you just did.
Well, the Gep gun's really heavy too. It slows you down,
Yeah.
so it's not optimal. Oh, the boat. I forgot about the boat physics with the rolling in the waves.
Yeah.
The waves that you can't see.
Oh, and our very first crate.
Yep.
When we released the game, there was a website that actually did the time to crate.
Time to first crate.
And I think we won it.
won it.
I'm pretty sure we won it.
Half-Life was up there too, though.
Yeah, but the moment you start the game, you see your first crate.
All right.
I don't know why I'm proud of that. I probably shouldn't be.
Inventory Tetris, yeah.
Yeah.
I still think our inventory system was pretty good. It wasn't ideal, but it's simple. It gets you to what you need to do.
And you have to
can
think about
assign
it.
keys. Yeah, you got to actually make choices, which is the whole point.
The whole thing is about making choices that differentiate your experience. So the inventory played into that. Oh man, I completely forgot about all this stuff.
I haven't played this in so long. Looking back at all this is just...
Yeah.
The note system, I'm so happy that we put in this note system.
Yep.
Because back in earlier games, like on the Infocom games especially, you always had to write everything down and draw your own maps, which I still have all my paper maps from all those old games that I made. But you had to write everything down, and we got so frustrated by that when we were making the game. We're like, you know what? We're just going to take notes from the player so they don't have to do it.
Yep.
And I think it was really a good idea. Conversation log, you can look back at everything. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I think we did a really good job
There's
with UI.
the map your brother gave you.
Yep. Albert Russo wrote a lot of the UI system. It's slick.
One of the 3 programmers on the project. You guys were nuts.
Yes, we were nuts.
So let's go back over to the island itself.
Yep. Let's head over.
First
Friendly
view
robot.
of a bot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And its cursors are green. It's safe. You don't have to worry about it. We did the cursor coloration and all sorts of stuff to help you out.
Before anybody thought about UX, UI, all that stuff.
You know what? I should probably go get this crowbar so I can smash crates faster.
Yeah, every game needs a crowbar,
yeah,
right?
you can't play a game without a crowbar. It's just it's crazy talk.
Kind of an homage to Half-Life, right?
Yep.
You got to have a red crowbar.
How'd they get one of our agents?
Gunter went rogue on us. When the order came, he wouldn't pull back. Now you get to bail him.
I don't want to bail him out. Well, he shouldn't have gotten caught.
You can bail him out if you want, though.
All right, crowbar, give it to me.
First draft of that conversation had 3 choices when you met him, and I was going to have 3 choices every time, so you'd get to develop this relationship with Sergeant Coleman or whoever it is. I rapidly realized that was a little too deep for
For
one.
the very first conversation. If you did that for every character, it would have been pretty maddening for you and for the player. I think. Don't hit him.
I'm not going to hit him.
Don't hit him.
Yeah, the bark system is another thing that was pretty interesting that we did. If you just get close to people or bump into them, they'll say like random stuff. I don't know how you guys wrote so much dialogue for all those barks. That must have been kind of frustrating.
Well, the barks were really important, not just
They were.
as random statements. It was all about the NPCs telling you
Yep.
what they were thinking, and did they know you were there? Did they suspect you were there?
Yep.
Were they hostile? So we were constantly feeding back to the players exactly what the situation was, and using the bark system to do that. It was absolutely necessary. I mean, frankly, we kind of borrowed that from the Thief games, which did an amazing job of that.
Oh, our lovely trees.
Oh yeah,
Man, with the light shining through the leaves.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the light blooms. Oh, are you shooting at me, really? All right, well, I will,
Yeah, I think barks are often overlooked in games these days. I mean, there's the AI barks that tell you the state of the game, but even just the minor characters in an alley somewhere, so many games just have 1 or 2 lines, and it's immediately apparent you're not talking to a person, you're just bumping into an information kiosk.
information kiosk.
So we always put like 8 or so lines on every character so you can have a sense of their whole life.
right from here, you can actually see the Statue of Liberty. And I remember telling Harvey Smith, the lead designer, that he and the design team had to build everything completely accurately from the outside. You know, we had to have people playing the game and saying, "I've been there," or "I could go there." He was really not happy about that. But I told him, once you get inside, you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
Things might have changed inside, all these things, but he built the Statue of Liberty pretty accurately.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. I'm going to, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, dot shadows. This was the pinnacle of tech at the time.
Don't show the embarrassing stuff, Chris.
Oh, come on, that's the fun stuff.
So maybe head over to Yanatco headquarters.
Yeah, let's peek around the corner.
Good
yeah.
shit. Holy cow.
Let's sneak back.
So here we are at Yanatco headquarters. There are terrorists up on top of the Statue of Liberty, which you know about. They've been cornered up there by your buddies at Yanatco, the folks you work for, at least right now, pillaging bodies. Hey, that's
yeah,
should have been
at least.
yes, you think they're terrorists. The thing I loved was as the game went on, you talk to the terrorists and you start going, hey, they kind of make some sense. It's all shades of gray, right?
Shades of
How you
gray.
guys holding up? UNATCO command made us pull back. I guess for Gunther's sake.
Yeah,
What's the deal?
Gunther, the mechanically augmented guy, feels sorry for himself. You know, he's a monster, and you're as powerful as he is, but you look like a normal human. So look, here you go. Yep. You get an option right here to say, I'm going to clean this place out. I'm going to kill everything that moves, or, you know, we're cops. I'm not going to do anything. And there are some people who like you, you know, for each of those options. And some people think you're an idiot for taking one of them. So
I'm gonna say I'm taking a minimum force approach, but I may or may not.
Ask me. I think we should frag them all. You trespass on UNATCO property.
See, he doesn't like you for saying that.
When due process fails us, we really do live in a world of terror.
Hey, actually, when we live in a world without due process, that sounds a little scary. Not unlike today. This is one of my favorite little in jokes. You know, a lot
Spoiler
of people,
alert coming up.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a spoiler. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
So you go back here, and there's a little comm van. Go back over here to the right. And on that, this is a locked door, right? And if you use the keypad, if you've been playing a lot of Looking Glass and Ion Storm games, you know that the code here is 0451, which is first used in System Shock. It showed up in Thief. It showed up in System Shock 2. It showed up in BioShock, in Dishonored recently, and in both Deus Ex games. And a lot of people think it was a reference to Fahrenheit 451, the Ray Bradbury book, but it was actually just the key code to get into the offices at Looking Glass in Cambridge. But it's in so many games now. It's kind of the defining thing in what we used to call immersive simulations.
So did I get a key for this yet? I don't remember. Let's see.
I don't know.
Doesn't have the right code.
No.
Our nano keyring cheat, so we didn't have to deal with keys.
Well, you can just go in the front, right?
Yeah. Boom. All right. Well,
so again, you can explore this any way you want. Oh, the little rats.
the rats.
You know, you can go right to the Statue of Liberty like you've been told to do. You can go into your headquarters and meet your boss and some of the other UNATCO agents. But there's one really fun thing you can do in here. Can you get in there?
I don't remember.
I thought I got gated.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's locked.
Oh,
That's,
no. Oh, no.
I still didn't try my keyring, though.
We did gate the player once in a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Forced failure.
Or forced exploration,
Forced
perhaps.
exploration. Okay.
That's
okay.
probably a better way to put it.
All right, so maybe we need to go to the Statue of Liberty and...
So what do you think? Should we go in the front? Should we try to sneak around back?
I
I want to
sneak
shoot
around
that bot with an
okay.
explosive.
All
I
right.
really want to.
Go for it.
He's got his gap gun.
I've got my GEP gun. I got to use it. With the correct ammo for the gun, I will be using.
All right, so much for sneaking.
I'm kind of sneaking. Ooh.
Kind of. Yeah, actually, there's a
Probably take some of this.
there's a little hiding spot in there in front of the
pepper
gate
gun.
too.
Data cube.
So one of how many thousands of data cubes did you write?
A lot of data cubes.
Which
Setting
aren't
up the
cubes.
backstory.
So he just gave me a
They're not
login.
cubes.
You know, they're like data tablets.
Okay.
Data phablets.
A big gun.
No, not that word.
Yep. And they're indestructible, so it's all the important stuff you need to know
Yep.
on the data
Can't
cube.
pick them up, can't do
You
anything.
can destroy everything else in the game, but
Oh, and there's the...
Kaboom!
There you go. Okay. One
So
shot
long,
Norden.
bot. That's right. Oh, well, I should probably switch back.
Well, you could really do some damage to him.
Yeah. Close range, not such a great idea.
Yeah. But there's that pistol. Pretty good weapon.
I do not.
So that's Alex Jacobson, who's kind of the voice in your head. You need some character to sort of tell you what's going on sometimes. And actually, that's my nephew. And Walton Simons, who's one of the big bad guys, is a really good friend of mine. So I made some of my friends and relatives registered trademarks of Eidos.
All right.
They were really happy about that.
I believe that's a turret there, isn't it?
That's a turret. And you can see the cursor right there, the targeting reticle.
Yep.
So you have to wait for it to actually close in on something to fire accurately. So there's a little bit of risk involved, a little skill involved in using your weapons.
Also, I think we were the first people that did that. I don't remember any other games that did that. So I don't remember what the range of this camera is. I don't remember how close I can get to him without him seeing me.
Well, you can sneak around there
I'm
and then
gonna
just
try
duck in behind it. Or you can, yeah, you can go try to hack that, Mr. Computer Skill.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
I completely forgot about this service. So this was the, is this the NSF-01 one? Do you remember?
Give it a shot. I don't remember.
01 and Smash.
You know, the sad thing is there are probably fans out there.
Yeah.
There you go. There are fans out there who know how to play
Yeah,
this
they're
better
probably
than
yelling
we
at
do
it
now.
over the computer now, like, what are you doing? Oh, this is frustrating to watch. We had pretty good static here, actually. That looked good.
Actually, the whole thing looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
we did a lot of work on this surveillance stuff. I was happy about this.
There was some depth in this game.
Yeah.
Holy cow. We were
All right.
we were insane.
Goodbye, camera. Let's unlock the door. Let's open the door.
See, this never worked for me because I never took the GEP gun, and that robot would just annihilate me. So I used to take the sneaking path around the back and then do a crazy jumpy thing to get into the Statue of Liberty the back way.
Crazy jumpy thing.
Well, that was the way I wanted to play.
Yep. Yeah.
What are
I've
you
forgotten
doing?
just how good all this stuff was, actually.
And modest
Like,
too.
No, I mean, this was all of us working on this stuff together. Everybody's ideas came together, and it was constant feedback from everybody on the team, regardless of their role.
Yeah.
Oh, flares. Yeah, I love flares.
So, okay.
Oh, look at that smoke.
Terrific.
All right.
Really exciting.
Let's go.
So even here, this is kind of laid out the way the first level of the Statue of Liberty is laid out.
Should I try to sneak around him?
That's up to you. You're
you
playing.
said you would.
I said I would. I wouldn't
held
want to
to that.
lie, would I?
Yeah, whatever. So you really did decide
I
to sneak
kind of
past
snuck
them.
up. Let's see if I can. I don't remember the patrol patterns here. Scott Martin did pretty much all of the AI in the game, if I'm remembering correctly.
Pretty cool.
It was
stuff.
tweaked a lot, constantly changing it to make it try to not feel too robotic, except for the robots, which we wanted to feel robotic.
Well, it's a real balance because
It's hard.
one of the problems in making a Deus Ex game is making the AI challenging enough to be a threat, but also then if you're trying to sneak, to time out, right?
Right.
They needed to give you warning they were there. If you accidentally failed a stealth attempt, they needed to sort of back down after a while, because if they didn't, it would just turn the game into
fun.
a shooter, right? And if I'm telling the game, I want to sneak around, you don't want to be playing a shooter. So the AI had to be smart enough to be stupid.
Yep.
To give the player a chance to get back to the playstyle.
That's the
they
challenge of
selected.
AI. Like, making perfect AI is easy. Making fun AI is really hard.
Yeah, a lot of people think that the purpose of AI is to beat the player, but really what you want is AI.
That's the humane approach.
Yeah, but what you want is AI that leaves the player sweating with one hit point.
Exactly.
You know, it's just supposed to be challenging, not actually beating the player. It'd be easy to make AI that could beat the player all the time.
Didn't shake enough? Come on. You know what,
Okay,
though?
there you go. The
you out
non-lethal
here,
approach.
Mostly.
Excellent.
Turn on my
Look
flashlight.
at that dynamic light.
Amazing. Completely realistic. We ray traced every photon in this scene in real time on 386. Okay, no, we didn't. How did I just save a screenshot? Oh, F12 must be bound, which is also the augmentation light default key.
Excellent.
All right, well, I need to go. I guess that really didn't.
You can go up the stairs right,
Yeah,
right
I'll
in the
go up
middle
in the
there.
middle.
Although,
Wasn't there another
actually,
hacking
there's
thing
another
over here?
thing right back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but be careful because
right.
there are some guys patrolling.
Yeah, I
behind
remember
there.
that. Oh, lamb.
There you go.
Where's the data cube? Oh, that's the one I know that one. Oh, whoa, hey.
Okay.
Oh, laser. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
These guys
a laser, an alarm trigger right there.
Yeah, I forgot about these guys.
Yeah. This is where you
Actually have to be careful.
one of our testers actually got through that by moving an explosive barrel over there and getting back a little ways and shooting the explosive barrel right when one of the bad guys was moving past that opening. And it took out the laser triggers and the guy all at once with one shot from a pistol. I just thought that
Pretty
was
awesome.
amazing. I about fell on the floor when I saw him do that because I had no idea that was going to work.
Do a little inventory management here real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I have enough, I don't have any multi-tools,
Yeah,
do
you do.
I?
I don't think you have enough.
Yeah.
All right, but I mean, you can go through there and set up. Like, it sounds like the alarm's already been
Yeah,
set
the alarm's
off.
been
Oh,
triggered,
well.
so it doesn't matter. Awesome laser technology.
Hey, that was a cue that you were going to set off an alarm if you went through it. I mean, we were constantly telegraphing to the player what was going to happen if they made certain choices, you know, so they could apply real-world logic to solving the problems. That was the whole thing. I was so tired of games where, you know, if you see a blue locked door, you had to go kill the monster that had the blue key, or, you know, arrange all of the paint cans on the shelves to unlock the door. It's like, it was totally stupid.
Well, come on, you always have your house locked with paint cans.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was really a game that did that. I couldn't believe it. You had to arrange paint cans on a set of shelves to unlock a door.
More text, yeah.
But in this game, part of the point was you could apply real world logic to solving problems, and half of that was, you know, teaching the player, oh, okay, if I walk through there, I'm going to set off an alarm, or hey, here's some glass, I can shatter it, or here's some glass with some wire mesh in it.
Right.
So I can't smash that. I mean, you learn how the world works, and then you can solve problems the way you want based on your knowledge of how the world works.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it's great too that everything in the world is interactive. I mean, every object on the table is something you can grab and do something with. These days, with so much set-piece art, you can't even do that anymore.
Dumb props that you can't interact with.
Yeah, I always loved these guys, Anna Navarre and Gunther Hermann, the old school augmented agents, you know. And I always wondered, you know, how did they feel? You know, they had been turned into monsters to gain their power, and here you come along, and you know, you're kind of a normal-looking guy.
First thing is to get you out of here. I'll handle the enemy.
Excuse that I have forgotten your brother Paul Denton and the infinite power of nano-augmentation.
He's just a little bit bitter.
Go ahead, advance up the stairs to the command center at the top.
Over-exaggerated German accent.
Yeah, well,
Awesome. Rusty metal bones. Aww. Hey, I got skill points. Woo. Yeah. All right. Let's head out.
Let's keep going. Oh boy.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad guys. What were we thinking making the beginning of the game so hard?
It was pretty surprisingly hard. But at least we didn't do the cheat where you like hide bad guys behind secret wall panels that randomly open and keep respawning and make it impossible. Like I never liked that. I like to be able to strategically clear out a section and know that I've cleared that section out.
And the thing is, I mean, it really is possible to get through this without firing a shot, you know?
Well, we did telegraph to the player how dangerous it is. You know,
Yeah.
so those messages at the beginning not to go in the front way. So,
oops,
that's not
the
going to
lockpick.
work. And lock picks. You know,
Look at
there you
that. What is back here? I do not remember what's back
I
here.
don't remember the layout.
Hey, more 40s. All right. Multi-tool. Yes, I need a multi-tool.
Every game needs an altered state of consciousness.
Yep.
It's true. I mean, from the time of Underworld, you know, where if you eat the mushrooms, the whole world starts swimming and the colors start changing. And In System Shock, you could go into cyberspace, which is a completely different different look. And in here, if you start drinking, you're not going to be a happy guy, and the world's going to change the way it looks. But look, you're sneaking around. You're not being seen by anybody. Air vents are your friends in Deus Ex.
Yeah, air vents are great. Nice way to get around the world. All right, so should we?
And always go dumpster diving. That's the other thing. If you see a dumpster in Deus Ex, go in there because you know you're going to find some goodies.
Forgot about the ATM in the middle of the Statue of Liberty. Does anybody remember the login info here?
No way.
No. Well, let's, maybe I should try to hack it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we had just seen The Matrix when we did this effect here.
Actually, I remember watching all that green text come down. We were working on this before The Matrix came in.
And we put a cheat code.
All I could think was, they stole our stuff!
Let's withdraw some credits.
So you can go buy some stuff.
Yeah. Our awesome interactive hacking interface, which is just a timer.
Hey, you can't do everything 100%.
Yep. Oh, jeez. I thought I shut this guy off already.
Apparently not.
Apparently I did not.
Oh boy. Run away!
Running away. Running away completed.
Okay. You're getting there.
I have a pretty good sense of scale here. Yeah. Ah! Lambs that I love and also hate. Oh, that was a poison gas cloud.
Yeah, stay out of there.
Yuck.
Let it dissipate.
Come on. Come on, gas. Go, go, go. I don't have a bio suit, do I? Hazmat suit.
Didn't you get the hazmat suit?
Oh, that was earlier when I went the back way, because there is one in the back of the house.
All right.
Come on, dissipate gas.
That's right.
Let's go.
That's right. If you go around behind the statue before you go in, there's a little hidden place where you can get a hazmat suit, which will come in handy right there.
I seem to remember you can get just close enough to disarm it without setting it off, but I don't want to risk blowing my face off. So, man, that's still gas, isn't it? All right, well, let's try going around the back then. I think I can shoot it out, right? Can't I?
You can definitely take them out. I don't remember if the pistol will do it.
I think it would if you're accurate enough.
Yeah.
Reload, reload. Did I get it?
I think you did.
Got rid of it. Nope, it's still there.
There you go.
Oh, you stupid gas. Why did we put gas clouds up here?
Why did we make any of this hard?
All right, let me go back around.
Can't you go back there?
There's another one. We booby-trapped all of them.
Oh, great.
Very cleverly, because no one would ever think.
Maybe the gas dissipated.
Yeah, it should be dissipated by now. Oh, I heard a terrorist dude. Hey, what's up?
See, I thought I saw something.
Yep. Oh, I got poison darted.
They've got to tell you, if you were actually sneaking around, that would have been a cool little alert that they might know you're there.
Yep. To go in. Didn't we have leaning? Yeah, we did have leaning. I completely forgot about that. It's like,
we introduced the lean in System Shock. Right. No one had done that before.
Yeah. Hey there, buddy.
We couldn't.
Is that explosive? I think it is.
Oh boy.
It's
a gas barrel, isn't
it? No, I think it's just a regular.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
I jibbed him.
Oh man. Yeah. It's not. Well, you know, some of the point was that it wasn't supposed to be pretty. In most games, you know, you shoot something and all that happens is they say, "Good job," and pat you on the back. And in this game, you know, it was supposed to really make you feel like you did something that maybe wasn't the best thing to do. In fact, there was a point, my wife was playing one of the beta builds, and she was in a place where there were some dogs running around.
Wait, did you break confidentiality agreement?
Moving right along. No, she accidentally shot a dog. And the dog like squealed and fell over in the spreading blood pool.
That sounds kind of sad.
And well, she was so affected by it, she never played the game again. At this point, things seem so straightforward. You know, the terrorists have stolen a shipment of ambrosia, and you know that's the cure for the big disease, the gray death, right?
Yeah.
And everything seems so clear, but as you play through the game, maybe things aren't quite as simple as they appear.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's ambrosia shipment?
You're too late. It's on its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
Oh, God. Don't send him back in a body bag.
In a body bag.
Yeah, but even right there, you know, there's a hint that maybe the terrorists are you know, have a point, right? And the ambrosia is being used to save the rich people and the important people, and the terrorists are the ones who want to get it back to the people, right? So maybe there's something going on. It's not as clear as you think, and it's set up right here.
If you want to, you can just talk smack and kill them right now, and just ignore the whole story. You can. Or you can ask more info.
Tell me about the shipment, and I'll order the troops to pick you up as a prisoner instead of a corpse.
Ask away. We already won this round.
Where are you taking it?
We're just giving ordinary people the same chance to survive as the bureaucrats in Washington.
You'll have to unload in New York because the choppers would spot you at sea.
I think the government made the plague on purpose to get rid of the population growth.
Well, that might or might not be the reason, but you might be onto something.
Yeah, we did make a point of putting lots of theories out. You know, every character has their idea of what's going on, and very few are really completely right, but gets the player thinking about what's the real story.
Yeah. And he set up the fact that you've got to go into the city next, and
well, let's
see where the missing shipment of ambrosia is. Okay.
Go out on this side. I'll just keep going down.
Yeah. Be careful of the guy you didn't knock out.
Yeah, he's probably wandering around somewhere, not very happy with me for electrocuting him.
Actually, do you remember, did that unlock UNATCO headquarters, now that you've done that?
It may have,
yeah. I think that was the way it worked.
So I need to go back down there for sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah.
You can actually see around.
It's the view you would get if you actually went to the Statue of Liberty. It's kind of amazing.
Man, we really did make a dark game. Everything is quite dark.
Well, needs to have areas of darkness so you can sneak around, right? I mean,
yeah.
it's very hard to sneak, at least to make it realistic, if you don't have shadows to hide.
Yep. It's one thing that I think is overdone a lot is there's so many games now that are just dark and gray and brown, and
game was kind of
it was very dark and gray, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was working on Disney Epic Mickey a few years ago, I told everybody on the team, we're not going to make a gray game or a brown game or a blue game. We're going to make a colorful game. Damn
Use
it.
colors.
You know?
Am I on the back? I think I might
believe
be
you
on the
are,
back.
but you can still get down there. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Can't you go down there?
I think I just have to go back in and down.
Oh, okay.
It's sad that I don't remember exactly how to get.
Come on, when was the last time you played it? It's been 14 years since I played this game.
It's probably been about that long.
I was thinking recently about going back and playing it again just to see what it felt
I desperately want to now.
Yeah.
If we had a ton of time.
There you go. And now your guys are in there.
They're all friendly, hanging out. They cleaned up.
UNATCO trooper, don't do anything. Just go back to UNATCO headquarters. Come on.
I want to tase him.
Don't do it.
They're the good guys at this part.
At this point.
At this point. All right.
See, so I mean, it's kind of heavy-handed right here, but one of the things that I think is really cool about the game is the world actually notices what you do and it responds, right? So now there are going to be people here who say you should have killed that guy, and other people are going to say good that you didn't.
Right.
You know, the situation on the ground has changed completely. Now it's all under UNATCO control because of what you just did.
Yeah, Paul will chew you out here if you kill the terrorist.
Right.
But you always have the option. There are no right and wrong answers, you know. The thing that, I don't want to say it bugged me, but there were two things that kind of bugged me in the way people played. One was, most people just sort of played a blended style. I kind of thought and hoped that people would just go really extreme.
Pick one.
Yeah, pick one. But most people sort of played whatever was most straightforward in the moment.
Right.
And the other thing I expected people to do was just sort of keep playing, you know, make their choice and go. And early on, what I saw people doing was they would get to what was an obvious choice point and stop and go, okay, and save the game.
Right.
And then go try one path
yep.
and see how it played out.
That's
and then
just
go back
ingrained.
to I know, but I didn't expect them to do that. They would go back to their save game and try another path, and then they would finally decide whichever one they liked better.
Yep.
But then, you know, at some point, once people buy the game, it's theirs, and it's about, you know, finding your own fun.
Yep.
So they could go and do it that way if they wanted. But man, it really Really bugged me.
Yep. I forgot. I just stole the soda off of his desk, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. See, the world notices and
So
responds.
cool.
I mean, that's the thing in most games, especially
That's
back
against
then.
protocol, agent.
you could punch an NPC and they wouldn't even respond. And here
Yep.
you take his stupid can of soda.
Mess with his data cube. Hey, look, there's the code.
Oh yeah. So if you're not a hardcore fan of Looking Glass and Origin and Ion Storm games, you could find it there.
Yep. All right. So, he wants us to go through the door. Let's head on through.
Here we are in your headquarters.
Yep.
Boy, it really is drab, isn't it?
Yep. That was intentional. Overdone reflections.
Ah, they were cool.
They were exciting.
Yep, they were cool at the time.
All right, so let's head to Manderley's office.
Was his down or was it?
It was the second floor.
Second floor. Okay. First day.
Does that end the level if you go to him first, or?
Oh, let's not go to him
we don't want to do that.
first.
I think you can. Didn't you go talk to Alex Jacobson?
Where
Wait a minute.
was
Been a while.
that?
Wasn't it? Didn't you just walk past it? On the right?
This one?
Oh no, that's
Manderley.
Manderley's
Okay, we
office.
don't want to go to
in there.
Manderley's
No,
office.
No, not yet.
Where were the bathrooms, though? Oh, the little
Little
bots. I
cleaner
forgot
bot.
those guys.
Yeah, they're down. They're down.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Okay.
Well, let's
So
go to mine first.
Here we are in the men's room.
Oh, and we can... Yes! We could actually flush the toilets, turn on, and everything. This was great. Smoking in the boys' room.
Yeah, it was a different time, you know. We had alcohol and
Toilets
cigarettes.
flush. Look at that. The water level goes down.
This was an M-rated game. So.
Yes, it was.
This was amazing.
So cigarettes were for.
Yeah.
But
you can smoke them too.
Yeah.
Let's do some
Med bot.
modification.
Oh, we
real
can do
quick.
some augmentations.
Microfibril muscle strength.
You can do your combat strength up.
Muscle combat strength.
Okay, which one
All
do
right.
you want? Okay.
All right, cool.
So now we are truly augmented.
And let me modify my weapon while I'm thinking about
yeah.
it. Doink.
Weapon mods.
And
Increased
what was the-
accuracy on your pistol.
Yep. So what was? Oh yeah, okay. So I don't know if everybody remembers this, but we put so much detail in the UI. You could actually do column sorting. We had a full UI system. And we just put everything in there. Like the only thing we didn't have was hover text, but we had everything else. It was pretty flexible.
Probably a better interface
Overkill.
than a lot of applications now. Forget about games.
Yeah.
Hey, JC.
Oh yeah, the camera
Behind
behind the
you.
monitor.
Dynamic camera angles.
Yep.
You never know where they're going to pop up.
Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC.
Okay.
About your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the
Yeah,
technology.
okay. All
Click
right.
through this guy.
As long as I don't turn green and grow.
Don't do this at home. Always read everything.
I'll do that.
So I guess we should go talk to Manderley now. Have we done
Sure.
everything else?
Probably good enough. Yeah.
Good enough.
Well, there's plenty more to do here.
Oh, a little robot. You can step on him too, and he'll run away from you.
Yeah, pretty much everybody
Yes.
has some opinion about what you did in the mission or who you are, and
Right.
it develops. You know, one great thing about this game, I think, is that you come back here several times, and it gives you a chance to develop relationships and show change in the story.
The other thing is there are all sorts of hidden things in here. I mean,
yeah,
spoiler
so much
alert,
stuff.
there's a prison underneath here, and you find out that some of the good guys are, you know, open to torturing people. And but the coolest thing is, it's much later in the game, but I remember reading online a bunch of people talking about this headquarters later in the game, and one of them said, "Wasn't it cool when you rescued the prisoner in the jail down below?" And someone else responded, "What jail?" You know.
Yeah,
So-
you can miss that whole thing. Some people walk out of Manderley's office, and you can follow them and get this whole sequence, this whole storyline, or just not. And it's kind of there to be discovered.
But I used to get into arguments at Origin with Richard Garrett and other people. They just believed that if you created content, every single player should see it. Because why go to the effort of creating the content if everybody isn't going to see it because it's so expensive? And I always used to say, no, that's completely wrong.
Everybody.
You know, you want players seeing different stuff and talking about the different stuff they saw. And this game was all about that.
All right, so we just loaded up Hong Kong to explore that. I really, really loved the music in the Hong Kong levels.
Well, just the whole level. The thing about Hong Kong, it was built by a guy named Steve Powers. Remember Steve?
Yeah, Powers.
Steve was a designer. I started working with him, I think, in like 1990 or some craziness like that. And every game we worked on together, if you ask people what's the most memorable stuff in game X, Y, or Z, it's like almost always Steve's stuff. He's like, I always wanted to like rub his belly like Buddha for good luck or something. He just has a knack for creating memorable stuff.
Yeah, I think he gets lost in the places he builds. I mean, he had all this other stuff that got cut out of here, like the Pirate Island.
Oh, God.
And like a whole bunch of stuff done by the canals. It's just, Hong Kong went on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was so much to explore here. So these were the gunshot sensors, right? The triangulation sensors.
Yeah, in Hong Kong, you couldn't use any weapons because that would set off all sorts of alarms.
Right.
So there's a Tong war going on that's all been engineered by Majestic 12 and Bob Page and all that. And so all of the Tong guys use swords, right? Because they don't want to set off the alarms.
Acoustic sensors. It can triangulate the position of where you fire the guns. So it can send people in.
Yeah.
I think one of the great things about the game is that it relies almost entirely on game systems to gate the player and guide the player. I mean, there are places where there's some logic, but almost always the game systems can break that somehow. We keep finding out players can skip missions and stuff. And it just makes the game feel more connected to the player, you know, compared to other games, including the sequel to this, where we would close off areas to be safe so things wouldn't get broken.
I love these pigeons. More Scott Martin AI here.
Yeah.
You can shoot them down too, actually.
Oh,
you can shoot them out of the sky.
Remember you told that soldier you'd be peaceful.
That's right. But that was a long time ago. He can't remember.
That really was a long time ago now. Okay. And here, you know, I can't remember. I don't think this was actually built based on a real place.
No, I don't think it was.
But I remember, man, we got so much reference art, photographs and stuff, to make it look as, you know, as much as we could given our limited capabilities back then, I guess. Man, we had a lot of textures going on.
Yeah,
too.
we did have a lot of textures. I actually know what some of this means now.
Holy cow. Oh, the Lucky Money Club.
Yeah, we got to go down there. Bursts of Life.
And that was a crazy place. We have a raid that happens there, and so all the characters have to have state for before the raid, when the raid's happening, after the raid, and half the people have possibly been killed.
Oh, and Women of the Night.
Man.
Okay.
Lucky Money's back here, yeah. Oh, where are they going?
Where are they going?
Convenience store. What's going on? Remember I talked about our great AI earlier?
No.
It's an emergent system.
It was 2000.
Yes. Floating on the steps.
Floating. Great. Great. Show that stuff off.
Yeah.
Don't you have to leave your... What the heck?
Yeah, what happened?
Holy cow. I wonder if this is after the raid.
Oh, no. Boris.
Maybe so.
Oh,
Seems a
Disco
little
Ball
empty.
Tech.
Yeah, it must... Okay, so this is this...
This is post.
Yeah.
Oh,
well.
man. Oh, well.
Oh, there's somebody still at the bar.
Good evening.
Okay.
Cool.
We should go someplace else.
Yeah. So let's load up the Knights Templar Cathedral in Paris.
Okay.
Hop over and check that out.
So here we are. We're in Paris. Paris is where you start to get into some of the Illuminati stuff.
Yeah, your ultimate goal is to meet the acting head of the Illuminati, who's kind of been displaced or deposed by Bob Page in MJ12. So he's kind of trying to take the reins back from MJ12, and the player will have the opportunity to put the world back into what it seems like a normal state, but which is run by the puppet masters of the Illuminati. These guys are pretty tough.
I forgot
okay.
these guys.
This was later in the game, and these are the big time MJ12 troopers. And actually, was it MJ12 is actually overtly in control of Paris, aren't they?
they've declared a state of emergency.
Yeah.
So they've got their bots on the street. I don't know quite how they're getting away with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
we had justification for it.
This is where you start running into the really big bots. The little ones are dangerous enough. But,
Yeah, the big ones are pretty brutal.
By this point, you
In
better
fact,
have upgraded your augmentations and figured out how to really sneak or really fight, one or the other. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's up there.
Where?
That's right.
But the other thing in Paris is you first encounter one of the sentient AIs. I think it was Morpheus, an early AI prototype for Icarus, if I remember correctly.
Exactly, a prototype.
Right. Yeah. But it actually sort of rebelled against its creators and started helping you, right?
I don't remember the entire history of Morpheus. I don't think he ever was a problem. I think he just wasn't quite good enough, so they built a better system.
Okay.
But he is currently tracking everybody in the world and tracking their history. And so he talks to JC and tells him his life story, basically.
Well, the other thing that's kind of creepy is a lot of the Illuminati and MJ, a lot of the AI stuff was about tracking all internet communication. And, at the time, it's like, oh, that's impossible. That can never happen. And all of a sudden, it's really happening. So that's another way in which I guess we predicted what was going to happen.
Yep.
Okay.
This is going to be...
How about a GEP gun?
Do I have a GEP gun? That is the question. I have a lamb, so I could always chuck a lamb at him.
That might be a good thing to
Let
do.
me get to a relatively safe spot while I can check my inventory. I'm not seeing a GEP gun. I am seeing a lamb, so let's... Actually, I can use the dragon sword, too. I think that was surprisingly effective against robots, wasn't it?
Give it a shot. It was a pretty powerful weapon. Oh,
what are you doing? I don't want to mess with you anymore. Just... Slice.
There you go. Pretty powerful weapon.
I think this is also like fully... I think my skills are pretty high at this point.
If you're playing the combat play style, that comes in handy. Holy cow!
I got a guy up here and down here. Are you kidding me? Whoa, 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 whoa.
I don't think you get that fell short. Get a little closer.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Also, I remember now, no, don't get too close to the barrels because they burn you. Fire does burn.
Man, there was some attention to detail back then.
Yep. This is what we did at 2 a.m. when we were tired of writing real game systems. We're like, let's go make objects do random things.
Well, not random things. That's the key, right? They did logical things.
What is this? Credit chit. Yeah, I got more money. All right, so I need to jump down and, hey, look, wine.
It is Paris, after all.
It is.
That's right.
Yeah, out of space. Will I die if I jump down here? I better take the stairs.
Oh, come on.
All right, let's do it. Come on. Yeah, okay.
You're fine.
I'm fine. My leg is a little yellow, but,
You are augmented. Remember?
I am augmented.
Oh, the Metro.
Yeah, the Metro with the nice
incoming
artwork. Yeah.
Oh, Daedalus. That's right. It was
Daedalus and Icarus. They fused together to make them Helios.
Yeah, that's right.
And Morpheus was the prototype.
Really, you're gonna attack me now while I'm trying to look at my pictures on my phone?
I really just need to play this again.
Yeah, I do too. This is really, really making me want to play again. All right, so he transmitted an image. Let's take a look at it.
The cathedral.
Yeah,
shows you where you're trying to
go. Oh, the catacombs. There we go. Oh, no. Go down to the third one there.
I'll use the keyboard and hotkeys, which you can do.
Okay. Now go down one more.
That's awesome. I forgot all about this stuff.
There you go. Let's check this out.
Nice.
Nicolette Duclair. Go.
Cool. All right, let's go down. All right, so we're in, I guess, the final level now.
Yeah.
This was one of my favorite areas just for, I think, the architecture and the future lab feel of everything.
Yeah.
Showed off our cool electrical system, which was a slight modification of our laser system. It just looked cool.
Definitely looks futuristic and big. It's an epic ending to an epic game.
Yeah,
right?
So this is where the player decides how to tip the balance toward one faction or the other, and basically change the history of the planet.
There was actually supposed to be a fourth ending where you could actually do what Bob Page wanted you to do. I can't remember why did we cut that, but it was, you were going to be able to, he offered you the opportunity to rule Europe or something like that.
To be his second in command or something.
I've done what you asked. Now what?
We have existed in isolation, pure, disconnected, alone.
Yeah, this still gives me goosebumps. I don't know why.
We are dataless. We are Icarus.
Yeah, the AI merged and is now going to just, the ultimate AI that can change the fate of the world.
And if I do, what becomes of me?
You will be who you will be. We are our choices.
Yes.
We are our choices.
That sums up the game right there.
This is why I exist. All right, let's do this.
What's happening? Helios!
Poor old Bob Page.
He miscalculated.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to be a god and didn't quite pull it off. See, I mean, with an AI in charge, you know, the world is actually a pretty good place.
Yeah.
Little Voltaire
Yeah,
reference.
that's awesome.
Voltaire.
There you go.
So awesome.
Good job.
Probably Chris Todd dropped that in there.
I always love that image too.
Yes,
the world with the hand over.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Credits roll.
Roll credits.
Boy, I haven't watched this in a long time.
Yeah. It was great seeing the game again and be reminded of just how much work everybody did. The thing that just amazes me is that people out there in the real world still care. They're still playing it. And for me, the thing I'm most proud of is that we were all part of something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me how I feel about the new Deus Ex games. I think they expect me to be angry or upset, but really,
why would we be?
all I am is happy and proud to have been a part of it and to see it ongoing.
When we were making the game, we had no idea what it was going to turn into, and thanks to all the fans and everybody, like, they've just kept it alive, and the new games are awesome, and I'm really looking forward to trying the newest one.
It's great to see it cohere into a franchise that continues on, that has a center and has, you know, some consistency to how stories approached and how the gameplay looks.
And we did something really special. At the end of the day, we did something that was really special. I think everybody looks back on that as a pretty amazing time where we got to do something that most teams don't get to do.